Oh yeah, my amigos. Welcome back to the channel, kids. Welcome back to the vlog. Okay, a little chunky. Sounded a little chunky there. You guys are looking sharp, my friends. It's a wonderful Friday evening. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. And I am just...
Right on cue, baby.
I hit the pin right there. That was nice. This was a range session that happened earlier today. I was doing some really good things, some other things that aren't so good. Let's dissect these. I edited these down so that they'll quickly get to the swings and you'll get to hear the sound off of the mat. I know just from the sound whether it's good or not. Little heavy. That was nice. That was flush.
Seeing it a bunch of times. Over and over.
That's not bad. Not too bad. There we go. That sounds good right there. So what I'm doing is I give myself these little nicknames, or my swing. I'll give my swing a nickname, and I'm calling it Suicide Doors right now. Kind of like the Lincoln Continental car from the, what is it, the 70s probably, the 60s? I'm not familiar 100%, but I think of the Suicide Doors the way they open up, and that's kind of the flip I'm kind of doing with my club there. You can see that's the plane that I want. I want to maintain that plane, but then the club goes over my head just a tiny bit, or it closes up on top. Now I can see that the club is a little bit ahead of my body, and I don't like that. But that's just something that I'm going to have to adjust with time. Another thing that I don't entirely agree with is the way when I come back, that shaft, you can see, should be in line with the mat, with the inside lining of the mat, and it's not. It's kind of going to the inside, which means that's probably what's causing my hands to be ahead of my body. There it is again. The club just isn't lining up parallel to the mat, and that's not a good thing. Let's take a look at another angle here. Okay, now I'm beginning to pipe it. So you can see how many balls I have. There's probably about 45 to 55 right there. So that tells me that I've already warmed up. I hit about 50 balls, and now I'm kind of getting into the polishing stage of my range session. And sure enough, I'm starting to hit it well. Let's listen for a second. That sounds good. This is probably my 9 iron. Another one, really nice right there. Really good rhythm on the body. A little heavy, a little bit heavy. That sounded good right there. Sounds good. That sounds good. Once again, the Suicide Doors. And then I also added, which added another layer of complexity here, I added a V. A lot of people call it the waiter's table. It's in the back. I just don't have the discipline in my right wrist to hold the waiter's table. But what I started noticing is I was developing a V in my backswing up on top, and that really helped a ton. So now it's complementing both of them. It's doing the Suicide Doors, right, from the Lincoln Continental by getting the face open rhythmically, and then I'm developing a V in the back. Yeah, hitting that really well. You could hear the sound. It's perfect. Here we go. Another just flush sound. Flush. Beautiful. Good rhythm. I'm not looking back, I'm not looking around, which tells me that I'm hitting the ball well because there's no interruption. Okay, that was bad. Oh, and I can see why now. It's not the suicide doors. I'm kind of jumping up with my body, and I'm trying to do the suicide doors as I've already launched my body, and I think that's bad. Okay, I'll probably fix it in just a little bit. Give it a second. Okay, didn't like that too much. That was not good. It's a little bit delayed. Something's wrong. I can see what it is visually. Is that... Okay, and there it is. See, now I'm trying to make an adjustment and trying to figure out what is it that I'm doing. And I think what it is that I'm doing is that the suicide doors need to launch immediately. And for some reason I grabbed my 5-wood, and the first one I grabbed, wow. I mean, that was flush, guys. That was on a straight line, 220 approximately. I didn't hit one bad 5-wood in this session right here, so immediately I grabbed my driver. Here's a 5-wood again. Another really good one. That's doing the suicide doors and developing the V. And then I went to my driver. So yeah, all in all, really nice, really good session. I ended up playing 9 holes. I'm starting to play the tips on this course. I was 7 over approximately, didn't play very well. My swing broke down. The habits that I've been trying to drill just didn't hold at all, and that's okay because in the last, I don't know, week or so, I've been playing really well. So I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. The only issue is that I'm taking time to drill and add stuff, and that's why I'm not loading so much because I'm so focused on cleaning up my swing that this is just taking priority right now. I really would like to upload a little bit more, but yeah, you can see how the club face just isn't opening up immediately. It's more like I'm going back with my body. I'm not letting the hands engage. I guess that's what I mean to say. And you can hear the sound. I'm not hitting it very well. Look at that. It sounds, that one sounded okay. Yeah, it sounds heavy. It just doesn't sound right to me. And so here's some good shots. Hear that sound? It's a lot thinner. It's lighter on its toes. Here we go again. Yeah, there's just a major, and I can see it. The reason why I make these videos is so I can dissect it and try to figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong. It's great troubleshooting technique. It's great to see the swing in action. Overall, everything is fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. This is something I'd like to do often, and I do often. If you have any questions, comments, you'd like to, say I'm a turd, I won't blame you. That's all I got, my friends. Stay tuned. Competition coming up. Oh, yeah.